Hey guys, it's Poochie. Many of you may know I retired from selling on Amazon earlier this year. I do still help people sell on Amazon that want to. I do still report news on Amazon. I'm still very well aware of the platform, but I no longer sell on it, and I wanted to do a reseller reaction video about Amazon today. My wife quit her job e-commerce channel, did this video. I haven't seen it yet, so my reaction you're going to see is not fake. It's going to be the real reaction, real-time reaction. And is selling on Amazon FBA worth it in 2024? Here's the ugly truth. And I'll tell you, Amazon keeps changing the rules. You know, if you sell on Amazon, sometimes they gate a product after you've already been selling it, and you have to get it ungated or approved. A lot of times you can't do that. They change their fees, they change policies. Now they've got this new policy where they're going to whack you with a fee if you don't have the amount of an item you're selling that they want you to have. So if they want you to have 20,000 of these pencils and you've only got 10,000 of these pencils, well, pens, sorry, they're going to whack you with a fee for it. So let's get into this video and see what this man says about selling on Amazon. FBA, is it worth it in 2024?
Is selling on Amazon worth it this year? In this video, I'm going to outline all the major changes that Amazon has made recently and provide you with my assessment on whether selling on Amazon FBA is worth your time. What's up everyone? My name is Steve Chu and I run a 7-figure e-commerce store over at bumblebeelens.com. And in addition to my website, I've also been selling on Amazon FBA since 2014. Now, if I were filming this exact same video just a couple of years ago, you'd probably get a completely different answer from me. And the truth is that Amazon has changed pretty dramatically in just the past year.
Yes.
So first off, Amazon just rolled out their biggest and most complex fee increase ever, and I'll just spend a couple of minutes summarizing it for you. The biggest change is that Amazon is now going to charge you a placement or a receiving fee on a per item basis. This is a completely brand new fee that has been added in addition to the fees that you've paid in the past. For standard size items, this fee is going to range from 21 cents to 68 cents per item, and for oversized goods, it will range from $2.16 to $6. Again, this fee is charged on a per item basis in addition to your standard Amazon FBA fees and Amazon's referral fee of 15%. Now, to compensate for this new fee increase, Amazon is lowering the FBA fee on most items, but not by much. On average, they've reduced the fees by 19 cents for most standard size items. But all told, you'll be paying more money in fees. But perhaps the most egregious new fee that Amazon just introduced is a low inventory surcharge. This fee applies if you consistently carry low inventory levels of your products relative to your unit sales. Now, it's one thing to get charged if you have too much inventory in Amazon's warehouse, but now you'll get jacked if you have too little inventory on Amazon as well. Here's how the fee works. Let's say you typically sell 1,000 units per month and you let your inventory levels slip to 500 units in stock. This means that you're going to get charged a fee for those 500 units because Amazon wants you to have 1,000 units in stock. Their explanation for the fee is that it allows Amazon to place your inventory closer to customers across their network. But my explanation is that it's a BS fee.
Right.
I don't know a better way to say this, but this new fee is ridiculous. Not only do you have to worry about sending too much inventory in, but now you also have to worry about sending too little in as well.
So what's basically happening here, folks? You're working for Amazon. You're working for Amazon. You're investing your money into this. You can't have 500 of this item. Amazon says, no, you got to have 1,000 of that item or we're going to charge you. But you can't have more than 1,000 because then we're going to charge you too. It is absolutely ridiculous.
Well, now I've been running my own warehouse for over 16 years now, and maintaining accurate inventory levels across all products is extremely challenging, and now you're going to be penalized for it on Amazon. Now, normally, Amazon fee increases are pretty standard across the board every year, but these new fees are especially egregious because they are impossible to calculate. Amazon can literally charge you anything, anytime it wants, because calculating your historical demand is pretty hard. Amazon has already been known in the past to make mistakes with excess fees, but this new low inventory fee will be difficult to dispute because the data is not readily available on how it is calculated. In addition to these new fees, Amazon advertising costs have continued to increase. Now technically, Amazon advertising is run by an auction and is driven by supply and demand. But if you ever run a sponsored product ad before, you know that Amazon advertising is essentially a black box. And Amazon has been accused in the past of doing things to artificially inflate the cost per click. For example,
really? Amazon wouldn't do that, would they? Yeah, they would.
Every time I add a new keyword to bid on with my ads, I find that Amazon's suggested bids are inflated. And according to Ad Badger, there have been consistent PPC fee increases since 2021. Back in 2020, the average cost per click was 71 cents, but today it's as high as 97 cents per click. And this year, it's predicted to increase even more. So in terms of cost to sell on Amazon, advertising fees are going up and Amazon FBA fees are going up dramatically as well. So in order to sell profitably on Amazon this year, you really have to know what you're doing, and all these fees will weed out the casual Amazon seller.
That's exactly right. It's going to weed out the casual Amazon sellers, but what it's really going to do is weed out the small businesses. Unless you have enough capital to keep 20,000 of these in stock, and not more than 20,000, mind you, or you're going to get charged extra, it's going to weed out the small sellers. It's going to weed out the small third-party sellers completely off of Amazon because they aren't going to be able to afford to sell on Amazon anymore.
Now, that's not to say that you can't make money on Amazon, but you really have to keep track of your profit and loss. Now, if you're currently selling on Amazon and watching this video, you must use Amazon accounting software like Sellerboard. Amazon is great at hiding and disguising your fee.
I'm not going to promote that product, so I'm not going to suggest that you use Sellerboard. I'm going to suggest rather that you look at Amazon and see if it is a platform that you can feasibly be profitable on anymore.
And you can really only understand your true profit with paid software, which incidentally is another thing that I find ridiculous about Amazon. Amazon should provide you with the tools to do the proper accounting and make it easy for you without having to pay. Now, the other reason it's getting harder to sell on Amazon this year is because sites like Teemu and Shein are hurting Amazon's sales. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Teemu, you can watch this video here. But basically, Teemu is a marketplace that sells products online that are shipped direct from Chinese factories.
It's just the most recent. Teemu is just the most recent. I mean, it's been, Shein now, it's been AliExpress, it's been Wish, it's been, any number of different websites importing goods from China and other places.
Even though the customer service is poor and the products aren't the best quality, they can be 10x cheaper than the prices on Amazon. Plus, you get free shipping from China, and the product will arrive at your doorstep within 7 to 15 business days. For example, this memory foam floor mat is $46 on Amazon, but on Teemu, it's only $1.07. This is the exact same product being sold for 40x cheaper. Sure, you can't get 2-day prime shipping from Amazon, but I would gladly wait 2 weeks to save $40. Stuff like this is happening all over Amazon right now. The exact same unbranded products are being sold on Amazon and Teemu, and people are catching on. Now, my colleagues and I attend many e-commerce conferences every year, and I've been told that Amazon sales, especially in the apparel market, are down 30% year over year on Amazon. My key takeaway here is that you can't really just source something from China and throw it up on Amazon anymore to make money. You have to create a brand around your product and have a unique value proposition in order to succeed. You also need to have your own branded website and collect your customers' information so that you can sell more to your existing customers. This is something that I've been preaching for the past 5 years. Here are some other things that you have to consider before you start selling on Amazon as well. And perhaps the biggest hidden cost selling on Amazon is refunds. Amazon makes it ridiculously easy for someone to make a return. So the average return rate is 12%. For electronics, it's 15 to 20%. And for high fashion apparel, it's as high as 35%.
Do you hear that? Now, here's the thing. If somebody sends back, because Amazon makes it so easy for people to get refunds. If someone sends back, say, a brand new, some like a piece of electronics, I don't know, a microphone, okay? Let's say this microphone, right? Someone sends it back. Once they have sent it back, it can be broken. It can be anything. Amazon screws the seller. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You are, as the seller, screwed. You are going to take the loss to keep Amazon's reputation good. Also, if there is a loss in the value because now it is used, not new, mint in the package, that's on you. That's on you as the seller. Amazon doesn't care. That's one big reason why I retired from selling on Amazon, because I was so tired of the returns. I was so tired of getting things back that I sent into Amazon, new, sealed, perfect condition, and getting them back, and they were used, bad condition, not sealed. I just took such a loss on the products.
Now, have you ever seen a guru on YouTube or Instagram post their Amazon revenue numbers online? Well, the truth is that those numbers are always inflated big time. And here's why. When you make a sale, your revenue number goes up in Seller Central. But when you get a refund, Seller Central does not decrease your revenue. Now, Amazon does this on purpose to make you think you're making all this money, when in fact, up to 35% can be refunded. Return costs are dangerous for most sellers because it's not always clear how to account for returns accurately. And here's the ugly truth about refunds and how they work. When a customer places an order, these are your costs. You pay a referral fee, which is Amazon's commission for the sale. An FBA fee, which is a flat shipping fee per unit based on the size and the weight of the product. And your cost of goods, which is the amount you pay for your product. Here's what happens when a customer applies for a refund. First off, Amazon immediately reimburses the total price of the product to the customer before they even return it. But not only that, they also charge you a fee for return costs.
Yes.
And to make matters worse, you do not get your FBA fulfillment fee back.
No.
That's gone forever. So once again, the actual cost of a refund to your bottom line is nearly impossible to calculate correctly unless you are using third-party software to track it. So those gurus with their...
I don't even know if third-party software can track it, because it's crazy. It's crazy the amount that Amazon can get away with charging sellers and basically screwing sellers over.
Seven-figure Amazon income reports slash it by 20 to 30% right off the bat. Because Amazon makes it so easy for a customer to make a return, you will experience a much higher return rate selling on Amazon as opposed to your own online store.
Yes.
Also, you have to keep in mind that more often than not, your product will come back as unsellable. 1 year, an Amazon customer purchased many dozen napkins from us, used them for a party, and then returned the soiled napkins for a full refund. Well, guess what? We had to eat the Amazon closing fee, the Amazon FBA fee, and the cost of goods since they could not be resold.
Yep.
As a result, if you sell a highly returned product like clothing on Amazon, you must take into account the return rate in your calculations. As products are returned, you must track each SKU's return rate and also the write-offs related to inventory and closing fees. So far, we've established that Amazon's fees have gone up and they are facing lots of competition from China. But just because they're charging you more doesn't mean that they're doing a better job handling your inventory. Now, the biggest downside to selling on Amazon is that they screw up very often. And unless you are paying attention, you will lose money. Now, what sucks about selling on Amazon FBA is that every now and then, Amazon mysteriously loses your shipment.
Yeah.
Sometimes parts of your shipment get damaged on the way to...
Not sometimes. This happens a lot. It does not just happen sometimes. There is forever, in all the years, I've been selling on Amazon for over 25 years, and on FBA for a long time. Suddenly, things will just pop back up in my inventory that Amazon had misplaced and was taken out of my inventory, wasn't anywhere in my inventory, active, inactive, problems with listings, nothing. And all of a sudden, it just pops up back in inventory, which means they lost it. and thank God suddenly found it and put it back in. But so many things are never found.
Amazon's fulfillment center. Sometimes Amazon just outright loses your products.
Yeah.
Even though Amazon will reimburse you for lost product, you have to be the one to point out a lost shipment because Amazon won't tell you by default.
Right.
One time, Amazon lost several boxes of our goods and we were reimbursed for the inventory. However, 3 months later, they finally found our goods and then promptly deducted the reimbursement amount from our account. Meanwhile, we lost 3 months worth of sales and had nothing to show for it. So overall, you have to watch Amazon like a hawk. And you always have to check and double check that the quantity received at Amazon matches the quantity that was sent. Fortunately, there's software to help you with this called Getita. Getita tracks your inventory.
Again, I'm not going to promote this software because I do not know about this software. So he may promote it, but I am not promoting it on my channel because I don't know about it. And here's the thing with Amazon. You have to be so careful with the softwares and the programs that you do use. So always go on Google and look up Google reviews for these products or softwares before you sign up for them.
For you and automatically files claims. Use the link below to get $400 in free reimbursements. But the fact that you need to use a service like Getita for this is ridiculous in my mind. And finally, the level of malicious activity hasn't gone down much either. Despite Amazon's best efforts, people are still getting hijacked and knocked off on Amazon, and I don't really see that going down this year either.
No.
So given all these developments, is selling on Amazon FBA worth it? Well, if you asked me last year or the year before, I would have said 100%. But today, I'm going to still say 100%, but with some important caveats. With these new fees and competition from China, you can't just dip your toes into Amazon's waters anymore. You pretty much have to go all in and learn the ropes.
So what I'm going to say is, as a small seller, is it worth selling on Amazon? No. If you're going to sell less than probably $250,000 a year on Amazon, no, it's not worth selling on Amazon anymore.
In order to be profitable, you have to maintain your inventory at precise levels to not get penalized by Amazon. You have to be on the lookout for mistakes that Amazon makes with your inventory. You have to be on the lookout for malicious sellers attacking your listings, and you have to account for refunds in your profit calculations. This sounds like a lot, but Amazon FBA is still 100% worth it because of the Prime badge. You can't beat free 2-day shipping, and it's a huge value add for customers. Plus, Amazon still owns over 50% of e-commerce, so it's a necessary evil. But please,
I don't know that it is a necessary evil. There's a lot of people who sell on their websites, on their own websites, or on third-party marketplaces besides Amazon who do really, really well. So I'm going to disagree with the fact that Amazon is a necessary evil.
Work on your own website and stop selling Me Too products. As the e-commerce landscape shifts even further, it will become even more important to build a brand and own your own customer contact list.
Right.
Now that you understand what all the Amazon fees are, make sure you watch this video here to find the best products to sell on Amazon to make a profit.
Okay. I use software to do that. And the software that I use is AMZ Scout. There are several softwares out there where you can find profitable products to sell, either by doing retail arbitrage, which I actually don't recommend anymore, but you can do it. Retail arbitrage, which means, or online arbitrage, which means you buy it from, say, Walmart, and then you ship it into Amazon for FBA, and you make a profit there. Because things have different selling prices everywhere. That was a really good video. I enjoyed watching it. I think that he plugged a couple softwares, which is fine. I don't know anything about the softwares. Again, I would not say, I would not recommend to use those softwares just because. I also think that him saying that Amazon is a necessary evil is not true. There's a lot of other platforms besides Amazon, and with the amount of money that you pay to Amazon, you can do a lot of advertising, a lot of promotion and marketing for your own website if you want to start a Shopify website and start building your own brand. So I hope you enjoyed the video. That's all I have for today for you as far as Amazon goes. I'm going to say, as far as I I think about it, the jury is still out on Amazon because of all the fees and all the stuff, and it's just such a pain in the butt to sell on Amazon. They are so hard on their third-party sellers. It's absolutely unbelievable. Hope you liked the video, guys. I keep it real as always. I have links down below for the software I do use to sell on Amazon, and I do recommend to sell on Amazon. So yeah, if you are interested in selling on Amazon, those will help you out. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.